How to be so good at running routes you can't stop getting open. Do you want to be the receiver that nobody can cover? Imagine running routes so precise, so unstoppable, that you get open every single time. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can make that happen. If you want to be the receiver who gets open so often that your quarterback can't stop throwing you the ball, this video is for you. I'm breaking down 5 unstoppable techniques that will change your game immediately. Stick around for the last one, because if that part of your game sucks, you won't be playing football much longer. Most receivers think it's all about speed, but let me tell you, if you have strong hands, those hands will bail you and your team out of so many bad situations. Let me show you how you can develop D-Hop-like hands so every ball that is thrown your way has the potential to be caught. Hands make the difference between a completed route and a wasted one. Sometimes the defense will have you schemed up so good that your route running won't necessarily help. You can do all the route running drills in the world, but once the ball is in the air, route running is pointless. There will be times where you can't get away from a defender, so you will need to develop the ability to catch contested football. I would rather be the guy on the team that is known for catching everything, even when he's not considered open, than the guy that can always get open but can't catch the football. The best receivers don't drop open passes, and they are trusted by their quarterbacks to catch contested ones. So here's how we develop that. Step number 1, live with the football in your hand. You have to catch footballs every day. It has to be a passion of yours. It has to be easy to make yourself do. Walk to the store, walk around your neighborhood. Everywhere you go, bring a football, have it in your hand, toss it to yourself. And if you see your friend, throw it with your friend as often as you can. Step 2, catch so many footballs that you try to make the catches that you see OBJ and other receivers do in pregame. Start trying new things, trying new catches. A little story about Kyrie Irving. He's not a football player, but he's playing in NBA, and one time a kid asked him how he got so skilled with his left hand, and he was telling the kid about how the kid sees him all these shots with his left hand, all these layups, all these acrobatic layups, but they don't see when he's practicing how much layups he airballs. And he was saying that he airballs layups in practice because he pushes himself so outside of his comfort zone, and he's always trying new ways to lay the ball up. So every time you're catching a football, try something new. Try a new catch that you've never seen before. Try the catches you've seen other people make, and just get outside your comfort zone. It's okay if you can't make all the catches OBJ makes, because he makes it look easy, but do you think when he first started, he knew how to do that? He didn't just grow up knowing how to do that. He just loves the game of football, and he's willing to go outside of his comfort zone and try new things. And that is exactly what you should do. Step number 3, after you catch footballs every day and literally live with the ball in your hand, you will really start to believe your hands are like that. And that is the magic. Have trust in yourself that you catch everything thrown your way. When it's time for you to run routes versus somebody, know that you can catch every ball thrown your way. It doesn't matter who you're going against, whether it's a short 5'5" corner, whether it's a 6'2" NFL corner. Who you're going against doesn't determine how much confidence you have in your hands. The person in front of you that's guarding you, he's trying to stop you from achieving your goals. Are you going to let him? It's up to you if you let him or not. Before we get into the next thing you can do to become the absolute best receiver you can possibly be, I wanted to give you an easy tip you can use when catching a football. In every situation where you are catching a football, catch it with your eyes. Catch it and tuck it with your eyes. Never let the football leave your eyes. When you catch it, take a mental picture of it, then tuck it. Catch it, take a picture, tuck it. Then you can look away. Develop that habit and never stop getting reps like that. The ball never leaves your face. Now, having good hands is only one piece of the puzzle. You need all of these things that I'm going to mention to be considered great. And the next skill you must master is watching film, knowing your playbook. If you don't know your playbook inside and out, please click off this video and go study it right now. You won't be trusted on the field if you don't understand your plays. Your talent can easily be stuck on the sideline if you always run the wrong route. So please, go learn your playbook inside and out. Now, if you do know your playbook inside and out, there is more work for you to do, and that is to learn how to properly watch film. There are multiple different types of film you can watch. You can watch your own film, the defenses you've gone against and defense you're about to go up against. And you should also watch your favorite player's film. Or it doesn't have to be your favorite player, just a player that is currently dominating, whether it's your age or in the NFL. When watching yourself or a player that's dominating, see what you can implement into your game that the other player does. It could be a certain move, how he blocks, how he sets up the defender. When watching defenses you are going against, see what tendencies they have. Who's your matchup? Who's their best player? What coverages do they run on certain downs and distances? Are they aggressive? Are they patient? If you don't know the different coverages in football, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what they are. Cover zero, there's no safety in the middle of the field. The DBs are in man and everyone's blitzing, so your quarterback, he needs to get the ball off fast. Cover one safety in the middle, and it's usually another player playing zone around the linebacker position while the DBs are in man. Cover two safeties are high guarding their halves of the field while the rest of the defense could be playing man, or they could be playing zone with the corners playing the flats. There's cover three, one safety high and the corners are playing deep as well. And then there's cover four. Corners and safeties are all playing deep. Now, those are the most basic ways of cover four. The higher you get up, the more exotic looks get when you're playing football, but that's really the basics. It can be cover four on one side and cover two on another side. It depends on who you're playing, and you'll see it when you watch film. But now that you know the most common, the most basic coverages by the DBs, watch film and see what the team you are playing against does, what they do a lot and what they do versus certain formations and certain downs and distances. There are weaknesses in every defense. Cover one, cover two, cover zero, cover four, all of it. There's all weaknesses. They all have weaknesses. Nothing can guard everything. There's no defense that can guard everything. And if you can know these coverages when walking up to the line, it will give you a great understanding of how you need to run your route and where the QB will be looking. This will give you a huge advantage. But now you must develop the skill of running routes the right way. That brings us to our next thing we must master, and that is our technique, our route running technique. We must develop our own release package, the moves we have to do at the top of the route, and most importantly, when we do those moves, on what routes. You will get to a point in your football journey where you have to be more precise with every movement. Every step matters, and those steps need to be efficient. Here are a couple techniques you can practice. While I'm talking over this, I'll show you some releases you can do and some drills you can do. You really just have to master just 3 releases. I have a video about Jamar Chase, how he does literally 2 releases. He's been doing it his whole life, and that's how he dominates. But there's a split release. I can show a couple clips right here where you just come to balance and you go. There's these halves release where it's just 1, 2, stick. We can do 1, 2, 3, do this rocker step at the top of the route. There are so many releases and moves. Can't go all into detail in just one video. So I have a mentorship program where I can work with you one-on-one and teach not just everything I know about route running, but also speed development, watching film, developing an NFL player mindset, and everything else that comes with being the best football player you can possibly be. If that interests you and you want to be able to play and not worry about the science side of things, tap the link in my description to learn more. Literally just practice these drills that I'm showing on the screen over and over and over by yourself. And when you're comfortable with it, do it in practice versus a live defender. The best way you can get better at running routes is to do it versus a live defender with a quarterback throwing you the ball. You can do all the work by yourself, run all the routes by yourself, and there's a time and place for that. And you can get really good just doing it by yourself. But if you want to be the absolute best, you need to do it with somebody guarding you. You will get the most benefit when you are practicing versus somebody that's trying to stop you, just like how it'll be in the game. And especially if that person guarding you is better than you, that is the best thing you can do. Competing against people who are better than you is how you will develop amazing route running and really just an overall amazing athlete. Getting really good at something comes down to this one question: how far are you willing to get outside your comfort zone? If you are facing adversity, be glad you are facing it, because growth follows adversity. That leads us to our next talking point, and that is, now that we have developed our hands, we watch film, we mastered our technique, now we just need to become more athletic and to upgrade our athleticism so we can get bailed out of our technique and stuff, and so we can make people miss after the catch. Playing receiver at a high level for a long time requires us to be super athletic. Receivers need to be able to catch run routes, but also have speed, strength, and explosion to make our jobs way easier. To be an elite receiver like the ones in the NFL, we need to at least run a 4.5 40, and our vertical needs to be good so we can high point that football. So here are a couple things we can do to become more explosive football players, and I'm going to show this work on the screen. But while you're watching this on the screen, I'm just going to describe what it is. But we should run full speed sprints twice a week, no more than 40 yards. So a speed workout you can do is 3 to 6 40-yard sprints right after your warm-up with 5 minutes rest in between. Or you can do 4 10-yard sprints, 3 20-yard sprints, 2 30-yard sprints. That'll be a workout for you. You just gotta make sure you're getting the right amount of rest in between. This isn't trying to kill you. It's not trying to build your stamina. We're trying to build our speed, and to build our speed, we need to run as fast as we can, and we need to be fresh. So don't be scared to take 5 minutes rest in between and think you're not gonna get good. I think you're not going to get fast. You're going to get pretty fast if you take 5 minutes rest in between. And other things you can do when sprinting is add resistance. You could run up a hill, you could push, you could pull a sled. Just make sure you're getting a good amount of rest between these sprints. So when you actually run, you're fresh and you're training at your fastest. When I was playing football during COVID, we didn't have team workouts. So I would literally do these sprint workouts that I'm showing you right now at least twice a week. And I got my 40 down from a 4.7 to a consistent 4.5 in a matter of 5 to 6 months. And I got it down to a 4.4. So this stuff works. You just got to be patient and you got to put in the work. Other things you can do to develop your athleticism and your bounce are low and high intensity plyometrics. You can do low intensity plyometrics almost every day. It's just 5 minutes a day. This could be jumping in place with both legs, with one leg. It can be with or without a jump rope. You don't need a jump rope. It can be in a staggered stance. It can be on or off a platform. You can do high intensity plyos every other day. These can be broad jumps, approach jumps, trying to dunk, having dunk sessions if you can dunk. You can do these for about 10 to 20 minutes, and you can do these like every other day, I would say. If you incorporate these into your routines on a consistent basis while tracking your progress, you will hit that next level of athleticism, and it's just a matter of time. With all these ways to become unguardable I'm sharing with you, you must be patient and do the best you can possibly do, then rest and let God control what you can. I can't stress that enough. After you do all this work and your body's tired, and it's time for you to rest, man, rest. Don't go out and do more than you need to do. A lot of the times, the best thing you can do is nothing, man. So when it's time to chill, man, chill. Don't want it so bad, because if the universe notices that you want this bad and you want it so bad, the universe isn't going to give it to you. That's just how it is. So you got to put in the work, be immersed in the moment of you working out and training. And whenever it's time for you to take off those cleats, put on those sandals, go home, take a shower, eat, go to sleep, man, just go do that and just be in the moment. And we have to be patient. And a way to develop this patience is to develop a strong headspace and an unshakable mindset, which is our last talking point. But in my opinion, this is probably the most important one. I'm living proof to this. All NFL wide receivers and elite athletes in any sport have a killer mindset. It doesn't matter what situation presents itself. They are certain they will win. They aren't intimidated by the challenge, and honestly, they welcome it into their life because they know at the end of the tunnel of adversity is a version of you stronger than you could ever imagine. Adopting a mindset like this where you know you can win in any situation and you know you can always get better, if you adopt this mindset, you can go any place you want to go in life. And a lot of people think you have to be born with it. It has to be from your childhood. That can happen, but you can most definitely develop this mindset. I have a video giving you 7 foundations you need to live by to develop this mindset. So go check that out when this video is over. But you need to want to dominate the person in front of you and win every round. You don't want to win, you want to dominate. That's what it is. You want to dominate, you want to compete, you love competing, but you want to take that dude's head off. Whoever's in front of you, you want to take his head off. You either go out and kill or you be killed. You have to choose what type of man you want to be. Not only do elite athletes want to kill everything in front of them, but another thing that they do is they don't think. They are in a constant flow state. They don't worry, they just flow in the moment. They put in all this work throughout the week, but whenever it's time for game, they don't Since they put in all the work, they don't have to think anymore. They're just in a flow state and they let their body take over and their instincts take over. A way you can get into this flow state is knowing the importance of this moment right now and visualize it. The only thing we truly have in this life is this everlasting present moment. That is the only thing we have. So whatever situation presents itself, be prepared for it. Don't be so stressed about the past or the future, because the only thing you can control is right now. And visualize. Take some time out of every day and sit down for about 20 minutes and visualize your day. What do you have coming up today? What situations do you have to win today? What scenarios are you going to be put in that you have to win today? Sit down and just visualize it, every movement of it. Get in a room where it's just quiet, and I guarantee you understand the importance and the significance of this moment right now, and you visualize the moments you have coming up and you don't stress about it. You just know that you're gonna win. I guarantee you will see a difference in how you hold yourself and how you perform on that field. You do all of these things on a consistent basis, and this lifestyle becomes your new normal, you will become an elite athlete. It's only a matter of time, really. These 5 things I just told you about, this is your new lifestyle. You want to be an elite athlete, this is your new lifestyle. And whenever it's your new normal, boy, the progress goes throughout the roof. If you would like to have a program specifically for you while having a personal trainer that you can be in touch with 24/7, you can visit the link in the description for my mentorship program. And you can DM me on Instagram if you want to learn more about it. It consists of how to run smoother routes, and it goes in more depth how NFL receivers run their routes, while showing you how to properly get stronger, faster, how to play receiver the right way, how to be more peaceful in your mind, and much more. But that is only for serious athletes, no bullshitters. It is so important to have somebody else in your journey. You shouldn't be working out, doing all this training by yourself and trying to learn all of it by yourself, because it's a lot. It's a lot. So if you have somebody that has been through it and that has experienced sport and knows what to do, you will be a way better athlete if you have your own trainer and you don't just try to train by yourself. If you're really willing to take your game to the next level, then go to that link in that description. Implement these strategies I talked about today, and then you ask yourself, in this moment right here, right now, what type of man do you want to be?